According to World Health Organization, there are more than 60 people that are dying because of tuberculosis last year. 5,703 people develop TB every year. Tuberculosis is a disease caused by bacteria Mycobacterium tuberculosis that usually attacks the lungs and then damage the other parts of the body. It is airborne and spreads when a person with TB of the lungs or throat coughs, sneezes, or talks. One of them is Kevin Quimba, a 17-year-old student who studies at Tamparo High School as a senior high school student. After he wakes up and does his daily routine, he wakes up, washes his face, and eats. After that, he starts to take his list of medications, 3 pieces and 2 types. After that, he starts to prepare his stuff for his school days. During his time in school, he struggles with these coughs. On top of that, he still has to do all of his other duties in school. During the recess, after he eats, he drinks his next dosage of meds, 2 types and 2 pieces. After that, he continues with his studies and school works. After his long day at school, as soon as he gets home, the thing that welcomes him when he sits at the dinner table is the 2 types and 3 pieces of medicine. Of course, he has to eat before taking the meds. He has to take all of those 15 days after his checkup and wait for further prescribed meds. As you can imagine, that is both tiring and he has to endure that all so that he would be cured. Good afternoon, Mr. Kimba. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You're feeling.
Somewhat okay.
So for the first question, when did you realize that you have tuberculosis?
So yeah, I didn't really realize at first that I had tuberculosis. Started way back in December when I had my first symptoms of a nasty cough, and at that point I just really thought I had nasty cough, but then I didn't realize that it lasted for not well over just right about 2 months, and then at that point I still think that I had a nasty cough, but then my mom and my other siblings noticed and they asked me to consult a doctor. So timing that there's just a clinic that opened up near our house. So me and my mom went there, and then after the doctor looked at me, that's when he said the bad news that I had tuberculosis.
Oh, did you notice before the checkup that you have TB? Or, I mean, did you notice any symptoms?
So yeah, like I said, I didn't really notice or see any symptoms of tuberculosis at first, the first 2 months, I rather say. Um, Although when I cough, during that 2 months, although when I cough, the phlegm somewhat just gets stuck in my esophagus and wouldn't go out. And also, I'd like to add that when I cough, my lungs, should I say, also got irritated a bit, and also, just hurt, plain hurt.
Hmm. So did that affect your studies?
Yeah, I would say yes. That did affect my studies. I'd say that my classmates teased me and all that, and also I would just like to add that when sometimes I can't control my cough, and when I cough really hard, and timing that the teacher is telling a lesson. When I cough really hard, and then she notices me, and of course she stops, she stares at me, and that glaring stare, I can see a bit of disgust in her face, and of course, I can relate to the teacher that that's also a sign of disrespect, and somewhat can help the feeling of loneliness or out of place. I would like to say because since tuberculosis is can be caught or airborne, and it can be and other people can be affected by it. So I did saw a few of my friends trying to avoid me and all that.
Hmm. That's really bad.
Yeah, to say the least.
What is your message to spread awareness about tuberculosis?
So yeah, my message to spread awareness about tuberculosis is, even though you just have a simple cough, even if it is just for let's say about 3 weeks or so, so just go to the doctor. Don't hesitate. Just make time and go to the doctor because even the simplest little sickness can lead to a big disaster. So if you have time and you have and there's a place near you, just consult the doctor right away. Don't wait for your little cough to to turn into a big sickness like my tuberculosis. So don't, huwag niyo ako tularan, in short.
So thank you, sir.
Alright, thank you, thank you.